and turn on captions, and there is my screen. All right, 3.3, they're not in order because I'm going to try to put them in order. 3.25/1. 3.25/1. Okay, here is, we're going to do the, let me go ahead and pull up my whiteboard. And I'll do completing the square here. So here we go. X squared minus 2x plus blank is equal to 10 plus blank. Half of 2 is 1. I'm sorry, half of 2 is 1. 1 squared is 1. Shortcut number 2, x minus 1 quantity squared is equal to 11. Vertex is 1 and negative 11. This is your y-intercept. And the x-intercepts are going to be x minus 1 is equal to positive or negative square root of 11 plus 1. So there's your x-intercepts. I'd probably go for the vertex and the y-intercept because you're not going to be able to plot the x-intercepts. Because the square root of 11 is a continuous, it's a decimal. So I'm going to plot the vertex after I answer the question. Hold on. The vertex is, take the opposite of both, negative, or be a positive 1, parentheses, positive 1, comma, negative 11. And graph it. I'm going to graph the vertex, which is going to be positive 1 and negative 11. Or I'm sorry, negative 11 is right about there. And the y-intercept is negative 10. And that's it. Check the answer. That's it. Is that a test question? You bet your bottom dollar that's a test question. All right. And remember, they want this expression. Remember, I told you at least the first 5 times that we did the completing the square that they want it in this form. F of x is equal to x minus 1 quantity squared minus 11. And I put it in the top right hand corner each time. And I told you that the homework and the test would want it in that form. And that's where this is right here. Okay, next. Next question. And that was 3.21. 3.21, I done lost it. Oh, right here, 3.2, number 5. So I'm going to get rid of that one. 3.272. 3.272. Again, completing the square. Remember we did one like this in the videos with a negative. Negative x squared plus 3x plus blank is equal to -1 plus blank. Factor out a -1, x squared minus 3x plus blank is equal to -1 plus -1 times blank. And remember, I always told you, I would get out the highlighter, whatever you factor out here, you got to multiply right there. 3 divided by 2 squared is equal to 9/4. Remember, they're on the team's page called Completing the Square. X -1, x minus 3/2 quantity squared is equal to, this right here is going to be -4/4 minus 9/4 is -13/4. Somebody check my math. -13/4. And as I did in the videos, you need to rewrite that because they like it to be f of x is equal to -1 or negative x minus 3/2 quantity squared plus 13/4. That's what they're going to want right there. But the vertex is 3/2, comma, 13/4. That's the vertex. And I don't know how you're going to, that's 1.5 and 3 1/4. Now solve it. And you get x minus 3/2 quantity squared is equal to 13/4. Take the square root of both sides. X minus 3/2 is equal to positive or negative square root of 13 over 2. And that's going to equal, x is equal to positive or negative 13 plus 3 over 2. And I don't know how you're going to graph those because those are going to be, I'm going to go again with the vertex and the y-intercept. And I think on the videos, this is like the second or third one we did, or third or fourth one because we put the negative in there. Now, a lot of you are saying, well, why do you keep talking about the videos? Well, the videos is what gets you through completing the square. If you didn't get completing the square the first time I went through them, you have to use the videos to go backwards and forwards to understand how to do it. And that's to everybody in Math 109 and Math 110. So I'm just going to type in a 3. I'm not typing all that in. That takes up too much time in class. So check answer, final check, and there is your answer. And now the vertex, parentheses, 3/2, comma, and what, 13/4, close parentheses. That should be the answer. And again, I'm going to go with graphing the vertex because it's not repeating decimals, and the y-intercept, which is 1. So 3.5 is 1.5. So I got to make sure my, up there in the top right-hand corner says 1.5 right there. And then down, 3 1/4. There it is, up 3 1/4, sorry. 3 1/4. There's my point. And my y-intercept is 1. So make sure up in the top right-hand corner it says 0, 1. And that should be your graph. That's the answer. I don't care what they say.
You can, if you click on a point, you can just hit edit.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with it.
Oh.
That's the right answer. I don't know what they want.
Oh, did you put in 1 instead of 1/2 for the X on the vertex?
Let me see. Hold on. That might be what I did. Let me edit it. Well, where's the edit button? Let me go in here. Well, I'll just clear it. Yes. All right. So -1 or 1 1/2 and 3 1/4 right there. And 1. Maybe that's it. Save. Thank you, whoever said that. Thank you. That's it. Next. That was that one right there. Next one is 3.2, 23.5. Okay, this one is already done for you. The coordinates of the vertex is -1 and +4. So -1, +4, that looks right. So -1, comma, +4. And in the videos, you'll remember I say when it's in this form, you take the opposite of the horizontal, and then of course there's the vertical. Now when it's in that other form, you take the opposite of both. And I told you that at least the first 5 or 6 times we did completing the square. Okay, I don't want you to say I didn't tell you. And that's it. Domain, what I say the domain is on all these. All real numbers. Negative infinity. I don't know why they can't give you an option of all real numbers, so you don't have to type all this in. Comma, positive infinity. All real numbers. The range is from negative infinity. We did this on every single problem. Negative infinity, comma, 4. Axis of symmetry, we did that too. That's x is equal to 1, -1. I don't know if they want x is equal to -1 or -1, but that's the answer. I'm going to put x is equal to -1.
Yeah, that's the way they want it.
Give the largest open interval, which the increasing. We went over all of this in the reason I'm saying that is because a lot of you, when we were doing the completing the square, you were going, why is he doing all this stuff? Well, here's the question right here. This has got everything I went over. Negative infinity. Oh, my Lord. Negative. I'm about ready to quit. Negative infinity, comma, -1, and that's increasing. Decreasing is from 1, -1, comma, -1, comma, positive infinity. And they can't ask you, well, in this case, since it's concave down, what is the vertex, the max or the min?
Maximum.
Max. Think of it as a mountain. My God. The corresponding maximum value, well, that's the vertex. Why are they asking that again? Okay, this is a little bit ridiculous. -1, +4. -1, comma. This is a stupid question.
It's yeah.
They want 4.
Yeah, they just want the 4.
Maximum Y value is 4. That's what it should say. Okay, except for a couple of things, that's what I've been doing. I've been doing all of this on each video of the complete the square. Okay, next. That takes care of that one. 3.2, 55, 11. Find the equation of the quadratic function, satisfying the given conditions, determine blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this is a test question. So you got this right here to go by. So I'm gonna write it on the board. I think we went over one of these in class. F of X is equal to A times X minus H, quantity squared plus K. So our vertex, there's our H, there's our K. So -1 means that we have a +1 in the H function. So that's F of X is equal to A times X plus 1, quantity squared, minus 4. So there's that. Now we're going to take this, plug and chug. That's X and what? Y. So 124 is equal to A times 7 plus 1 quantity squared minus 4. So 124 is equal to A times 8 squared minus 4. And 124 is equal to A times 64 minus 4. That 4 comes across the river. And that gives us 128 is equal to 64A. Divide by 64. What is A? 2. So your final outcome, F of X, is equal to 2 times X plus 1, quantity squared, minus 4. This is nothing but plug and chug. You got H and K right here, and you've got X and Y right here. Plug in H and K. Plug in Y and X and solve for what? A. I'm going to leave that on the screen for the recording so people can look at it and rewind it, and for the 2 people that's going to watch it. And I'm just gonna type in a 3 because I'm not typing in all that. Like I said, it takes too much time. I ain't got 50 minutes. And there's the answer. Now they went ahead and condensed it. They went ahead and did shortcut number 1. I'm not gonna do that because y'all should be able to do that. That's x squared plus 2x plus 1. Distribute that. That's gonna be 2x squared plus 4x minus plus 2. And then minus 4 is gonna make a negative 2. So if you take this on out, you're gonna get this. Okay? Next. Takes care of that one. 3.3, 3715. Manager of an 80-unit apartment complex knows from an experiment, this is the dumbest question I think I've ever seen in this book. I remember this question from last semester. This is the dumbest question. I would never put this on a test. In fact, I think it's really stupid for a homework question. The manager of an 80-unit apartment complex knows from experience that at a rent of $600 per month, all units will be rented. However, for each increase of $30 in rent, he can expect, I'm not going to do this problem right now. We're going to leave that one open. After I cover more questions, I'm going to move on. Okay.
I sent that one in. You can just skip it because
I
was able to get the right answer. I just didn't really understand it.
How did you do it? Did you do it by guessing at it?
No, I kind of just followed along the example one. So I was able to get the right answer in, but I just didn't really understand it. So I still said
yeah, it's not a good question at all.
But if it's not a test question, then yeah, we can just skip it.
I'm going to skip it because the reason I'm going to skip it is because 1, it's a terrible question. It's a terrible homework question. And 2, I want to try to cover as many test questions as I can. So thank you for being patient on that one. I'm going to leave it in here. 3.3, 37/16. Okay, this one is, ignore the directions. We're going to do complete the square. And I told y'all that when we first started. I said, we're not going to do quadratic formula. You just ignore the directions. X squared plus 8x plus blank is equal to 1 plus blank. Half of 8 is 4. 4 squared is 16. This is shortcut number 1. And the vertex is -4 and -17. That's the vertex. Your y-intercept is -1. And take the square root. X plus 4 is equal to positive or negative square root of 17. X is equal to positive or negative square root of 17 minus 4. Now, how they want it typed in, read the directions, and I think that's pretty much it. That's the answer right there. I think they'll take it both ways. If you type it in like this, I think they want -4 plus or minus square root of 17. I think they'll take that. And that should be the answer. Yep. Next question. That takes care of that one. 3.3, 37. Well, was that the same one? 3.3, 37. Yeah, that's the same one.
Yes, sir. You just deleted
shoot.
that other one.
Yeah, hold on. Let me go to delete and bring it back. Where is it? There it is. Okay, let me go back to 110. Should be in there. That one is, we just did. And this is 3.3, 3520. And this is kind of a breather. Well, let's see. Yeah, this is completing the square. Just keep on going, completing the square. It's already in form for you. 2x squared minus x plus blank is equal to -4 plus blank. This is like after difficulty level 5, the 5th video or 6th video, we started taking out the 2. That's going to leave x squared minus 1/2 x plus blank is equal to -4 plus 2 times blank. Let me get my highlighter that I told you I was going to get out every single time we did this. And remember, I went through this step by step because I told you when you get to the test, you're going to want to go back over this in the videos and do the 1/2. So 1/2 divided by 2 squared is equal to 1/2 times 1/2 squared, which is equal to 1/4 squared, which is equal to 1/16. Remember me telling y'all, make sure you do it step by step. And that's going to give you shortcut number 2 right here, which is going to be 2 times x minus 1/4 quantity squared is equal to, don't forget the 2, we'll take out that 16 and make that an 8. So this is 1/8, and we're going to change this into what? 32/8. And we did that in a couple of problems in the videos. So that comes out to be -32 plus, should be, yeah, -32 plus 1 is -31/8. Somebody check me, please. I think that's right. And we know there's no X-intercepts. Somebody tell me why there's no X-intercepts.
Because when you get the square root of a negative number.
-31, you cannot take the square root of a negative number, so we don't have X-intercepts. We've got a Y-intercept of 4, and we've got a vertex of 1/4 and 31/8. 1/4 and 31/8. There's our vertex. So let's finish. Divide by 2 over 1. Divide by 2 over 1, multiply by 1/2. X minus 1/4 quantity squared is equal to -31 over 16. Take the square root. X minus 1/4 is equal to I times the square root of 31 over 4. And bring the 1 over. X is equal to 1 plus or minus I square root of 31 over 4. They want the X-intercepts, which is this right here. So I'm just going to type in 3. Now, of course, you didn't need the vertex. You didn't have to write the vertex down right here. And you didn't have to write the Y. That's just extra. I mean, you didn't need that. One plus I over 31 over 4. 1 minus I. So it's the same thing. And I believe if you put it like this, I believe the answer will take it. And if you put it in like this and it marks it wrong, I will give you credit for it. If you do it, if you wrote it correctly, if you typed it in correctly. Okay, that takes care of that one. I got a couple of 3's down at the bottom. Let me see if I can find it. I got a couple of 3's down here somewhere. There they are. 3.426/13. Okay, this is the one we did the other day, and I think I had an error in it. I don't know. But that's going to be x squared.
Priority 1 message coming in on secured channels.
Pythagorean theorem. X squared plus x minus 226 squared is equal to 346 squared. Didn't we do this the other day? I think we did. And this is going to be x squared plus, this is going to be x squared plus 552, I don't know, 26 and 26 is 52, isn't it? Somebody, what's 226 times 2? 552?
Yeah, I think so.
And then what's 226 squared? Somebody do that for me.
Wait, hold on a second.
226 raised to the second power. And somebody do 346 raised to the second power, please.
226
Four,
is
452.
51,000.
I'm sorry, 226 squared is what?
51,076.
51,000 what?
76.
Okay, and then somebody do 346 raised to the second power.
That's 119,716.
Okay, so this is 1x and 1x, that's 2x squared.
And then the 552x should be 452x.
What?
It should be 400 instead of 500.
Oh, well then that changes everything. I thought it was 452. Maybe that's where I made my error the other day. All right, let's change that, and it's going to change all of this. It's supposed to be 452. Okay, now somebody, okay, that would be 226 would be, what was it? The 226 would be right. What was this number?
51,076.
51,076. Okay. And 2x squared plus 452x. And then somebody subtract 119,716 from 51,076.
68,640.
Okay, check my math, but I believe we can factor out a 2. X squared plus 226 x minus 3, 4, 3, 20. Somebody check my math.
That's right.
And I have no idea what this is going to go to. 2 and x and x. And somebody give me 2 multiples of 34, 320. That's going to equal 226. I have no idea. Somebody take 34, 320 and divide it by 2, please.
That's 17,160.
Okay, and somebody divide it by 4, please.
That's 8,580.
And divide it by 6, please. I'm trying to find 2 numbers.
That's 5,720.
It's going to have to be a bigger number. It's going to have to be like a 40 or 50 or divide by 40.
858.
40 is 858.
Yes, sir.
Okay, divide by 200.
W- 171.6.
Okay, that's not right. Okay. Divide by, well, I'm trying to, okay, we can divide by 100. That'd be 3420. Divide by, I'm trying to find what to divide by. 200 won't go into it. How about 400? Divide by 400.
85.8.
Okay, that won't work. Oh, me. I believe it'd be easier to do by completing the square. That's why I don't like to do factoring. I mean, do completing the square is a whole lot easier. It's going to be, I'm just going to erase this whole bottom. That's why you don't do complete the square. I mean, the factoring is just so.
That's what got me messed up on this problem, because I tried to do factoring and I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, always, that's why we do completing the square. Plus 452, x is equal to, plus blank is equal to 68,640 plus blank. Factor out a 2. That's going to give you x squared plus, let's see, 226x plus blank is equal to 68,640 plus 2 times blank. Half of 226 is 112, or is it? Or is it 113? 113, isn't it? And somebody, what's 113 squared?
12,769.
12,769. And that's going to give us 2 and x plus, what'd I say, 113? Half of 226 is 113, isn't it? Yeah, 113 quantity squared is equal to, and somebody do that math, 68,640 plus 2 times 12,769.
81,409.
Divide that by 2, that's our vertex. Our vertex is negative 113, comma, negative 81,409. That's our vertex, which we don't care. Divide by 2, that's going to give us x plus 113, quantity squared, is equal to, what is that, 81,409 divided by 2?
That's 40,704.5.
And take the square root of both sides. X plus 113 is equal to positive or negative. What's the square root of 40,704.5?
201.8.
And minus 113, so the negative, we don't care about the negative. So what is 201.8 minus 113?
88.8.
That's what I get. And I don't know, this is not a test question. I thought it was going to be an easy one, but with those numbers, it can be awful. I don't think that's right because 88 feet is not going to fit in. I don't know. We'll see. It says 88. I'm going to say 89 feet. $89 feet. Of course, I knew it was wrong before I even typed it in. We'll do this one again because, of course, we're running out of time. 330 feet. What is 201 minus 113? No, I thought that'd be 314, wouldn't it? So we've got an error somewhere. I'll figure it out and we'll redo this one. Okay, let's see if I don't know what time it is. I got a few more minutes. Let's see if I can get that other one done. I'll leave this one in and we'll just extend the test. What?
I think on this one where you did the 68,640 plus 2 times 12,769, I think the 2 times 12,769 was supposed to be 94,178.
Okay, well, in other words, this 81,000 is supposed to be what?
I got 94,178.
And divide that by 2.
It'd come up to 47,089.
Take the square root of that, raise that to the 0.5 power.
$217.
And take 217 minus 113.
No, it's still 104.
Yeah, we're still not getting it. Okay, I want to go on to the next question he sent because I don't want to waste, I'll just come back to that one. This is 3.435 / whatever one, I couldn't see it. Okay, this one takes time and we don't have, so I'm gonna leave that one. Okay, this is not a test question, but it is a good question, but we don't have enough time to go through it. So I'm going to extend the test and we're going to go through more questions Friday. I've got some chapter 2 questions to go over. So I'm going to just hold off and we're going to go over those, try to go over those Friday also. So let's just go ahead and convene today and I'll go over those chapter 2 questions Friday along with these 2 questions and I'll figure out, I'll probably put this question on a piece of paper and the last one we did on a piece of paper and send it to y'all. Okay? So let me get the roll and we're going to shut her down for today because some of y'all are going to start convulsing. I don't want